Good morning to you after a somewhat lazy start to the day. I'm in the garden grabbing some sun this morning before it gets super duper hot. It's due to get 32 degrees today, so I'm just coming out here going to get some sun before it becomes a little bit too scorching. And then we're going to go in and we're going to have a whole sort of family day and a family evening. However, while I'm out here, I'm going to catch up with some social media, going to catch up with some connections that I've got to make and reach out to, etc. So I'm doing that this morning, spend about an hour or so on that probably, and then the rest of the day is family time. However, what I was thinking about as I was just sitting here getting my sunbed out yet again, it has not had as much action as this in 1 year since I bought it about 10 years ago, was this whole concept of work smart, not hard. And I'm quite kind of, I prolifically preach about this thing. And back in the day it was all about work hard, work hard. I grew up in the 80s and it was all about grind. They didn't have the word grind back there, or hustle, but it was all about working really, really hard. And it was all about, do more, do more, do more, do faster, do harder. Then we got into, I think it's probably the 90s, certainly in the noughties, where we went into this kind of work smart era. And I really, I don't mean to offend anybody, but what I say is, the work smart era was an excuse for the lazy people to opt out of having to really do what they needed to do in order to still keep their dreams alive. But it didn't stop them having those dreams. What it did do is give birth to an awful lot of frustration. Now we're going back into this kind of grind and hustle era again. And the reason being is because it's the only thing that's ever worked. You can work really, really hard and not get results. Of course you can, right? But I tell you now, if you work really, really smart, but you don't work hard, I've yet to meet anyone that's made any kind of substantial success by just working smart. So what I say is working smart is what makes working hard work. Does that make sense? I said this the other day before we went away on holiday and everything else, and I just want to reiterate that again. Working smart is what makes working hard work. Just working hard blindly, aimlessly, etc., obviously is not going to give you massive results necessarily. However, I'm telling you now, working smart but not working hard isn't going to get you anywhere either. So it's always about making sure you're working hard in the right ways. But today, the core message is really about also downtime. You see, you can't just grind it out and hustle it out and push harder and fight harder and push harder and fight harder. And these are all key messages that I put out there all the time. You need to take care of yourself, you need to recuperate, you need to rest, you need to relax, you need to listen to yourself honestly and authentically. That's not saying to yourself, I'm a bit tired now, I think I'll stop. No, that's really listening to your body, getting in tune with yourself and realizing if you're pushing too hard, or you've done too many late nights, or you've done too many 7 days weeks, or whatever it might be. You need to recuperate, you need to rest, you need to bring in something different into your life. It doesn't mean you necessarily have to sleep all day long or anything else. It just means you probably need a change of scenery, you need a change of activity, whatever it might be for you. So tune into yourself. It's very easy as entrepreneurs to push ourselves too far, to burn out, etc. Now most people, including entrepreneurs, don't work hard enough. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there right now. Most don't work hard enough and they need to work harder. However, if you're one of those type A personalities where you're on it and on it and on it and on it, and I'm one of those people, I know I've had to learn this myself. I can so easily get myself to the brink or even over that line of exhaustion or burnout. And you need to just pull back a little bit, and you need to make sure you take some time out. Now, me and Tracy have been absolutely killing it for the whole first half of this year, relentlessly in every single possible way, challenging ourselves, pushing ourselves, challenging our businesses, challenging our finances in terms of stretching ourselves and our resources to grow our business, etc. So we've been pushing really, really hard. I've been doing a lot of long hours, a lot of late nights, but also pushing ourselves emotionally, etc., to grow our business and grow ourselves. And of course, we've needed so much this little time out. The holiday, great, yeah, the holiday was a change of scenery, but you know what, yeah, we did some lazy days by the pool, but we're driving up through the mountains and we were doing water parks and we were walking and swimming and everything else, and that is a mental rest to some degree, if that makes sense. Physically, however, we're taking some time out as well to physically take care of ourselves, and we're absolutely having some lazy time this week since we've got back off holiday as well. I'm doing what I need. I'm being smart. I'm doing what I need to do today to keep the business moving forward, to keep the connections going, to maintain a degree of momentum. And I did that whilst on holiday as well, by the way, albeit maybe only 10 or 15 minutes a day, but keep that momentum going. but also using this absolutely as deliberate downtime. And there's the message for you: deliberate. Take time out deliberately, work hard deliberately. Don't get caught up in the hamster wheel and unintentionally end up working 20-hour days. Do it because you need to do it. Do it because you choose to do it, because it gets you where you need to do. But make sure you also take the time out deliberately as well. Don't get pulled off into other people's agendas. Don't just become flaky and just not work or procrastinate or whatever. Be deliberate about it. I am deliberately laying on this sunbed, deliberately doing very little, deliberately catching some sun, and deliberately having some family time this afternoon and this evening. We're deliberately then going to Chessington tomorrow for my niece's 16th birthday. We're deliberately doing that. We're deliberately having some time out over the weekend. Does this make sense? Be deliberate about what you're doing. Start to take control of your life. Start to take control of your own agenda. Do what you need to do. Work smart with it. But you're always going to have to work hard, right? But for me, unless you're someone very special or superhero, you're going to struggle to work that hard all the time. Factor in some downtime deliberately. Factor in some quiet time, some rest time, some sleep time, whatever it is that you need in order to keep yourself firing at 100%, so that when you do work hard, you really can bring everything you've got. Okay? Work smart is what makes working hard work. I'll catch you later in the day. Have an awesome one. I'm going to enjoy this sun and get on with some soch. Catch you later. Okay, so super lazy day, just literally the barest minimum, a little bit of social media just to remind people that we still exist. Right now, however, we are going off to the cinema, and a little bit of a clue where we're heading. Mamma Mia.
Here I go again, Mama. How can
That's right, we're going to Star Wars. I'm joking. We are going to see Mamma Mia. Right, catch you in a little bit. Hope you have an awesome day doing whatever it is you're doing.